We have seen WatchMuh disappear. Looks like he might be readying up. Let's see. I am gonna go to his uh, his channel. Ah, there he is. Okay. We have
All
readies
right.
from both players. It's gonna let Dimwit build all that adrenaline. I see it's a tactic. All right, so we do have readies from both players. And a 3, 2, 1, pills. And these two are off right next to each other. So currently, Dimwit has an interesting board with a little bit of a roof on it, while WatchMuh has something a little more even. What do you think of these boards, Floyd?
I think they're actually somewhat similar. I mean, they're similar diversity. Dimwits looks a little more friendly for clearing, I would say, just at a quick glance.
Yeah, I think he was able to rack up a couple more combos early on. Notice his top line is pretty red yellow heavy as he drops this really nice combo. Currently, there is no garbage on his board. Watchma's having to deal with a lot of blue, so he has some pretty big garbage, especially in columns 6 and 7. Yeah, Dimwit continues to play really, really cleanly. Notice just really little garbage on the board, has an opportunity to set up for some yellow horizontals in both row 1 and 2, and has opened up a dozen virus lead over WatchMuh. And Dimwit has a beautiful sweet tea with some reds to clear out those yellows that I mentioned horizontally and clear out the bottom as well. He is out at a 136 for level 8. That is an excellent time. Meanwhile, Watchman not too far behind here with his level 8, although he does have in column 7 a little bit of a jam here. He's got to clean out that yellow before he can deal with the red.
Yeah, he had a rough start, but he's picking it up a little bit now.
Yeah, he is. And he has all red, whereas Dimwit has a little bit more diversity, just only that one blue that's open, and he's going to be clearing it out. But this double red is going to be really helpful.
Yeah, Watchman's gonna have to drop some stuff down, um, just because of where the garbage is sitting around the two viruses he has left to clear. Oh, good. He gets a double red, so that helps him get out of the level. Yeah, you're right. Like two minutes per level is about where you want to be for 8 through 11.
Yeah, so Dimwit's level 8 time was pretty fantastic. Currently, Dimwit has a 20 virus lead, a nice combo there. It looked like on columns 1 and 2, he was trying to do a drop with the double yellow and some of that stuff, but it didn't quite work out. But he has plenty of time to rectify that. And notice he's already cleared out this garbage and with a nice combo. Just red yellow left for Dimwit.
Yeah, Watchman needs a ton of red. Fortunately, he's getting some.
Yeah, and especially in that column 8, he's going to need that, but has the opportunity to go for some both horizontally and vertically as Dimwit drops a really nice combo and is out of 9 at about a 326. Again, I mentioned this last night about your play and John's play is that those are the kind of times that you would be happy to be out of level 7 and in round 1. Meanwhile, WatchMuh is still working on these reds in column 8. They are still blocking up his path, but luckily getting a lot more red. Chose not to go use that double red on column 8 and is going for this T instead.
Yeah, I definitely would have used the double red on column 8 just because, there's so many viruses stacked up in that column. But
Yeah, definitely.
it looks like he's starting to address that column now.
Yeah, and he's all clear. This double red is really fortuitous for him, so he's out at about a 421. But currently, Dimwit is half a level ahead so it's 21 to 42 basically. And taking Dimwit's opting to take a little bit of drop time. He's probably going to take this. Well, I thought he was going to go with the blue yellow in 7 and 8, but I think he has other plans. Nope, he takes it. And meanwhile, Watchma's dealing with some blues on the left-hand side of his board. It looks like he's trying to hold out for some double blues, and it looks like he just had a misdrop in columns 5
Oh,
and
yeah.
6. Yeah, so that's pretty rough going for him as Dimwit is really cruising through this level 10.
Yeah, it's I mean, believe me, I know. It's tough having missed drops. But it's even, when you're playing someone like Dimwit, you can't afford to do that too often.
Exactly. Oftentimes, you can get an advantage on Dimwit in the first level of a match or a game, and then you cannot give him any room. So he is out of level 10 at about a 543. Hot times for this level block are in the 6 minutes and low 7 minutes, I believe. So uh, maybe Dimwit has a shot at that as he drops a really nice combo off the top of the board. Meanwhile, WatchMuh is doing some good stuff with what he has. Notice he has the opportunity to take out some yellows horizontally. He has a nice, yeah, double vertical there. And so with this double yellow, he's gonna nice
Yeah,
use
he
that
wants to
double
get those
blue.
reds horizontally on the bottom. So I see what he's doing. Um, yeah, he should be out soon.
Yep. Meanwhile, Dimwit a little bit spired on his board. RNG is not really cooperating with him in terms of giving him the yellow he needs. Look at how much yellow and red are on the top of his board. Manages to make a nice garbage clear to get some out, but he's going to have to take drop time to deal with this.
Yeah, he's still got a pretty big lead though, so um, I think he's still in good shape.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, his virus lead is over 20, and his board looks very clean despite, not being able to have the yellow he needs.
Nice drop T there.
Sweet drop T. Yes. Meanwhile, look at WatchMuh. I mean, has this yellow up very high, needs a lot of red. This is not what you want to see because he's going to have to take some big drop time here in the center of his board.
Yeah, Dimwit's probably going to end up with a little bit, north of 8 minutes, which is, for these two, probably not a great time. But um, I think WatchMuh, he's poised enough. He's just gonna, rebound and give it his best effort in the second game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Looks like Dimwit is probably going to set up for something big brained here with the yellows. I think he's going to try to make a drop T, and he's going to need a red for that. Yeah, this double yellow is exactly what he needed. And he's out at about an 816.
So
So
yeah,
watch
low eights is still, a pretty good time. It just depends, who you're playing and what kind of level your opponent got.
Yeah, exactly. And we're used to seeing hot times from both of these guys, so it is It seems a little bit slower than we would expect from them, but still very, very good play. Yeah, both WatchMuh and dmwit have plenty of times on the hot times. All right. So we are getting a top out from WatchMuh. dmwit is ready to go again. All right, we got a ready from both players. We're going to get our countdown in 3, 2, 1, pills. So once again, we're going to be playing these levels 8 to 11. WatchMuh needs to win this to stay in it, and dmwit needs one more to advance to the semis. So WatchMuh already had to notice in his columns 1 and 2, he had to drop some red garbage, but it's set up really nicely to fall into this combo. And so his board is really free and clear. Um, a little bit scattered in the middle, nothing in the middle to work with, but the sides are high and the bottom is looking good for some horizontal potential.
Yeah, maybe a misdrop by Dimwit column 2, but neither of these boards, I think either of these boards are actually pretty good for both players. Dimwit took care of his misdrop. He's already he's already
Yeah, did
fixed
you?
that problem.
Yeah, that problem is now non-existent for sure. But I think blue is not the pill color that he wants to be seeing right now because he's got ones that are buried. He really wants to see that yellow. Meanwhile, WatchMuh really wants a lot more red. He's just cleared the last blue off of his board with a nice combo, and is going to go for these bottom reds. But yeah, he's going to go for this L here.
Nice.
Nice. And now this yellow is free and clear. So WatchMuh off to a great start here. Needs one more red to be out of level 8 and is out at a 140. dmwit still working on this end game. Double yellow really helpful, takes the horizontal red. Now is just going to need a couple blues, and this is very lucky getting this double blue. And he's out at 2 minutes.
Yeah, really nice play by Watchma. I mean, he's making really good progress on level 9.
Yeah, definitely. And even in spite of all of this blue on the top, like RNG is definitely cooperating.
Yeah, they're double blue up. Yeah, I mean, he had lots of places to put that double blue,
Yeah.
I guess. I tend to try to clear out the sides just because I don't know. I think it makes for easier end game in a lot of situations because there's so many times where you are kind of like trying to clear stuff out in the corners at the end of the level. So that's why I try to attack the sides wherever possible.
Yeah, definitely. And he got a really nice fat log there. Meanwhile, dmwit with a really beautiful combo there. Um, and yeah, there is no garbage, just a little bit on column 7, which is definitely usable with the right planning. So we'll see how he does. Some red blue is good here. Just needs to clean out that left-hand side. And WatchMuh's out at about a 320. So he's a nice cushion over dmwit, and that's what you want to have in these later levels because dmwit is very strong there.
Yeah, it's nice to get a good lead on your opponent because we know things can change very quickly in this game. Yesterday against John Nash, I thought I was ahead in that second game, and then I looked over and he was ahead of me by quite a bit. So like,
Yeah,
you get some good clusters of viruses and clear them quickly, and things can change pretty fast.
Definitely. And Dimwit was out of level 9 at about a 350 and just not really getting the pill halves that he needed for the end game. The end game was pretty clear, but just not getting what he needed. So there is only about a 10 virus lead for WatchMuh. Although he is in pretty good position, I think the diversity on Dimwit's board is a little bit stronger at the moment with all those reds that WatchMuh has to deal with.
Yeah, this is actually probably pretty close. Still a pretty close game.
Yeah. Another thing with Dimwit is you can't necessarily go off of the virus count because he's often doing setups that are pretty elaborate. So he's not going to be firing viruses as quickly as one might normally expect. But then once one falls that he wants to, to have fall, everything's going to happen at the same time.
Exactly.
Really nice combo from WatchMuh there. Very, very little garbage to speak of on his board. Just very, very clean at the moment. Makes a really nice tuck down into the corner of that red yellow. So he's prepared for opening that up. Yeah, it's a great end to the level for WatchMuh.
Just needs one more red, and he is out at 537.
Yep. Meanwhile, Dimwit, with his end game, notice that he has this yellow that he's going to have to take a lot of drop time for. It is opening up a possibility for a very long horizontal, but he needs to clear yellow in order to make that work, and that's what he needs for other pills. So it's going to be a little bit slow for him.
And he wants to clear out that yellow so he can drop a red in to clear those two reds on the bottom. And he's got it. So he's out at 610. So he's got a little bit of ground to make up now, the last level.
Yeah, so it's about a dozen virus lead for WatchMuh, and he's got a lot of combo potential. Look at this nice one in column 7 and 8. Yeah, a lot of potential on this board for low drop clears. It's looking good.
And Dimwit gets the yellow red he needs for that T clear.
Ooh, that looked nice. Yeah, looks like WatchMuh's setting up some good stuff here. A red yellow is going to be great. It drops into a combo. Yeah. Still about a 10 virus lead for WatchMuh, and things are looking great for him right now in terms of where he's putting his pills. Just things are coming in a nice order. And the red staircase on the left is a little bit tricky, but other than that, it looks like he has this under control.
Yeah, if he gets a decent amount of red pills, he's in good shape. His board looks pretty good, but you're right. Those reds on the side are a concern, but here he gets a double red.
Yeah, that's going to be great for opening that up. Yeah, so he is
And
going. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say he got the yellow red. He can clear those reds on the right that were kind of buried.
Oh. And WatchMuh has a misdrop, I think, on columns 3 and 4 that he does not like to see, but this red blue chose not to drop it down. It is very close. He's going to take this
Nice.
horizontally. Just needs one more red. One more. And he has taken it by 2 viruses. 802. Dimwit out at
802 to
804.
804. Yeah, very
Woo.
close. But we get to see game 3, which is kind of what I was hoping for between these two.
Exactly. Whew. We always have a little bit of drama on semifinal Sunday. So this is the good kind.
And we've got an extended semifinal Sunday. We got to finish out round 2 here, which we've had to do before. I'm like I said before, I'm glad that we get to see these two play and be able to accommodate playing this before our semifinals get started.
Definitely. All right, we have a ready from Dimwit and a ready from WatchMuh. WatchMuh coming through round 1 with a really great win against Adelito, who was a fantastic opponent and a new player in the bracket. And we got our countdown: three, two, one, pills.
Yeah, we've had a few new players join us this month, and it's great to see someone start right off the bat. I mean, he Adelito had a qualifier. He got into level 17, which is, that's what we're all shooting for every month.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like almost a requirement now.
Yeah, it's starting to it's starting to look that way.
Definitely.
Getting to level 17 used to be like something to kind of shout about, but it's started to be more normal and, like you said, possibly a requirement going forward.
Definitely. Both of these players right now, pretty much neck and neck here. Um, WatchMuh started off the level with a bunch of really great low drop clears. Looks like Dimwit is setting up something a little bit exotic here. Maybe there's some horizontal reds and dropping into a blue combo. So we'll see what he's doing. Meanwhile, WatchMuh taking a little bit more of a straightforward route on his board.
Yeah, I mean his board lends itself to a more straightforward approach, and he's playing very efficiently.
Yeah. So he just needs some reds, and then he will be pretty good. And chose not to use that yellow on one of the yellows on the side, maybe holding out for a double yellow, waiting for that tuck, I see.
135, very good time for level 8.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dimwit is having a little bit of trouble on this level. It looks like if he has a yellow horizontal possibility going to drop stuff on top of that red to clear it out. Very nicely done. Not sure how this plan with the blue is going to work out because it looks like he might want to clear those reds horizontally in the first row and now is free and clear to do so. Oh, wait, he had this other drop combo. I see. He's out at a 207.
Nice fat log
Yeah, Watchma
from
is always
WatchMuh.
yeah, he's already plowing through this level. He's half a level away from Dimwit. He's clearly fired up here, and this board is full of double horizontal possibility. Notice all these yellows. That's the only thing. He's got to have that color, but drops yet another horizontal there with the yellows. Now,
Uh,
go ahead.
this is a pretty decent lead, especially for this early in the game.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Watchma has really good control over this board, and just is going to need one more yellow to be out, and he's out at
Yep,
a
he's out.
308.
Very nice time. I mean, that would be a great time to get out of level 7 in the first round.
Yeah, really fantastic. And this board so far on level 10 is looking good. Meanwhile, Dimwit has a little bit of a slope on his board on the right hand side, and both columns 7 and 8 have red on top, which could be a little tough. This double red is going to be really helpful, and this double blue, a nice long clear in column 1.
Watch him making good progress, but he's got a lot of yellow on top.
Yeah, it's pretty rough looking. Meanwhile, Dimwit had some nice combos to be out of level 9 at about a 402. So he's about 20 viruses behind. But again, as you said, Floyd, Watchma's RNG wasn't cooperating too well. Things are a little more diverse now, though. It looks like things are going better.
Yeah, it did slow him down a bit, but yeah, you're right. Board looks a lot better now. Um,
Yeah, this right hand side for Watchma is a little bit locked up, but already notice that combo cleared so much stuff out. Dimwit's board is looking really good at the moment too, but he is still about 14 viruses behind. Dimwit has a nice, even though it had some drop time, he had a nice combo there on the left-hand side of his board and an awesome clear in the center to not only get rid of some viruses, but some garbage. So things are looking really clean for him, but it's just WatchMuh only needs this blue and a
Yeah,
couple more yellows to be out of 10.
I think WatchMuh had a misdrop on the right side, but it didn't really. It turned out not to matter too much.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dimwit's yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
That's the key is like you have a misdrop and hopefully most of the time it's something you can just kind of work around. Sometimes they can be disastrous, but that was not a disastrous misdrop.
Yeah, definitely not. Meanwhile, Dimwit into his endgame just needs a couple more reds. Was really clever about turning a red into horizontal blue possibility. Meanwhile, WatchMuh getting a little mini red blitz. We like to see a lot of those reds in a row, followed by a red yellow.
Yeah, sometimes a red blitz, is actually useful, and this was one of those times he's actually able to use all those pills.
Yeah, definitely. I think something about WatchMuh's board, it's just the layers have sort of alternated nicely. Although right now he could use another one of those red blitzes at the moment.
Hmm.
Current, yeah, currently Dimwit about 20 viruses behind. Has a nice board. Lots of stuff going on there with this nice combo. But I don't know if at the moment he can overcome this lead by WatchMuh.
Yeah, he is going to need some blues at some point. He's starting to get some.
Yeah, there we go. Looks like the plan is maybe dropping. Yeah, dropping that red in column 8 for WatchMuh, but definitely needs those blues. He needs them in column 1. He needs them in row 2. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. The blue yellow going to pay off big time here, and the double blue for WatchMuh. Great stuff. Just needs 2 blues to be out.
There's one, and there's the last one. 7:14. Very good time in
And
this
nice,
level
and
block.
yeah, WatchMuh is going to advance to the semifinals, where he will face Influx.
I think that's going to be a really good match.
I agree, Floyd. Thanks for coming out and commentating with us.
Thank you. It was nice to be part of this. This tournament is something I look forward to every month, whether I can play in it or not.
Well, we hope to see you in many, many more tournaments to come. We're going to go to our first semifinal match, which is actually our second in the bracket. We're going to be looking at Packy and John Nash, and we'll talk to you about that in just a minute.